everybody, this is Rose of Sharon, and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently had the chance to see Fifth Element, and in my childhood, I got to see different parts of it. I never really watched it all the way through, but having watched it all the way through, I absolutely love it. And being a fan of Valerian and Lorelai, I see where that actually crosses over into that particular territory, even though, of course, sadly, Valerian ultimately flopped at the box office over here because not a lot of people are familiar with it, like some of us are, because there are those amongst us who might have been introduced to European film and European entertainment, and I love it. I adore French comics. I should say French comics, but French cartoons in particular, like Asterix and Obelix, which is actually from Belgium. But anyway, I think it's Belgium. No, wait, it's French. Never mind. I'm thinking of The Adventures of Tintin, which is from Belgium. But nonetheless, I love this film. It's a very underrated film by Luc Besson. It's his first foray into the realm of film cinematography. And Luc has such a tongue-in-cheek way of delivering a good Rashomon, in this case. You have all these elements that are combining to tell a good yarn, and then you see the power of three working together in his favor. And it's a great way to teach someone how to write a proper script and keep an audience member's interest. It's a great movie. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's got esoteric elements in it, alchemical elements, and there was a line in it that struck me, and I wish I had known this years before, but I'd been prone to worrying, and since in the physical realm, I am sans mom and dad. Yeah, you start to think about your own mortality, and then you just completely burden yourself with what ifs and should haves or could haves, and then you kind of realize, I'm a feather in the wind. I blow where the wind takes me. I go where the wind will lead me, and I have faith to get me through whatever kind of tumult I might possibly face, because nobody's without that. But there was a line that was said by Cornelius that just, well, it wasn't said by him at first, but later on when we meet Cornelius, he said, time is not important. Only life is important. I thought, boy, those are heavy words. Those words are so profound, and just that lesson in and of itself in the film smacked me like a ton of bricks, and I came to realize that I do appreciate life for what it is, and whatever it brings me, I'm very grateful and gracious. This was just another confirmation that, hey, I'm doing the right thing. I'm a shining star in the universe, or I try. But it's such a wonderful movie, particularly the scene with the diva, and I've really loved her. Yeah, what happens to her is completely tragic, though. It hurt just to see, but of course, she came across as a figure that was messianic as well, but I'm not going to say what happens. But casting was stupendous in this movie, especially with Chris Tucker. They found a straight actor with an effeminate voice to deliver a shriek like a woman, and it works for this movie so well. As Red, and he's just spectacular, and the whole movie is great, especially with with Zorg's weapon. Oh my lord, that weapon! They actually had it in a new Mythbusters. Well, it's Mythbusters with Adam Savage rather than Jamie Hyneman. Jamie went on to do other things, which is a little sad, but he actually builds the X-34, and that's the all-purpose weapon. It's just so kick-ass and incredible. It's just one of those things that just makes your jaw drop in the pure nonsensical nature of it. But truth be told, it's more fact than it is fiction now, because there's an agency that's working on bullets that can actually track, and they can turn, and they don't have to worry about trajectory. You could give somebody a gun with the tracking bullets. They're called Exactos. Yeah, Exactos just came out, believe it or not. I thought, holy crud, Fifth Element's actually real. It's happening right now in present time as I speak. And it flabbergasted me. I was totally slack-jawed at this information, because I love tech and gadgetry and subtle inventions that make our lives a little bit easier. Heck, you could put that gun in the hands of somebody like me who has only held a gun and can't shoot worth crap, probably because I've never been trained properly. But I could shoot. Granted, I would never want to do that. Honestly, I don't like the idea of killing anything, but it's just such a practical invention, I do believe, and to think that it's happening now is just utterly staggering. But as far as the rating, the film definitely gets 2 thumbs way up, because the visuals, the costumes, the music is divine. It is totally incredible. The designs of the ships, the car chase is one of the best I've seen, as it's just totally surreal and exciting, and I love stuff like that. As far as the movie is concerned, I have to give it 4 out of 5, because it's almost perfect, but I've seen movies that handle the cardinal elements. Well, it should be, there's one extra element, but technically, according to alchemy, there are 4 cardinal elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. And of course, the 5th is the heart. And the 5th is more spirit than anything else. So this comes across as a very spiritual film. And it does it, I don't think it does it in a preachy way. It's very subtle, but it's more of the power of love, I do believe. And being a hopeless romantic, I thought, oh, this is wonderful. And of course, I agree. Love indeed is a many splendored thing, as the bard said, and I concur. What more can I say? It's an excellent movie. It's good for the time. It's a little campy, but the campiness actually adds to it. It's not overly campy, and it's not schmaltzy or anything like that. It's just a tremendous good film that teaches a good lesson, and we can learn from that. I hate the fact that at the beginning that they had to make a monk a villain. I thought, now we're gonna get images of the Inquisition and the Crusades. Why? Yeah, well, can't sugarcoat it. Gotta leave it lay as it is, but it happened. Hopefully, more of us in the Christian community can act as advocates for what we truly stand for. I believe that, in essence of WWJD, that Jesus would be open-minded, and he was a rebel. Yes, he was. And I really don't know what else to say. I don't want